Modern Education by T.S. Eliot. Questions of education are frequently discussed as if they bore no relation to the social system in which and for which the education is carried on. This is one of the commonest reasons for the unsatisfactoriness of the answers. It is only within a particular social system that a system of education has any meaning. If education today seems to deteriorate, if it seems to become more and more chaotic and meaningless, it is primarily because we have no settled and satisfactory arrangement of society, and because we have both vague and diverse opinions about the kind of society we want. Education is a subject which cannot be discussed in a void. Our questions raise other questions: social, economic, financial, political. And the bearings are on more ultimate problems, even than these. To know what we want in education, we must know what we want in general. We must derive our theory of education from our philosophy of life. The problem turns out to be a religious problem. The progress, I do not mean the extension, of education for several centuries has been from one aspect a drift, from another aspect a push, for it has tended to be dominated by the idea of getting on. The individual wants more education, not as an aid to the acquisition of wisdom, but in order to get on. The nation wants more in order to get the better of other nations. The class wants it to get the better of other classes, or at least to hold its own against them. Education is associated, therefore, with technical efficiency on the one hand, and with rising in society on the other. Education becomes something to which everybody has a right, even irrespective of his capacity, and when everyone gets it, by that time, of course, in a diluted and adulterated form, then we naturally discover that education is no longer an infallible means of getting on, and people turn to another fallacy, that of education for leisure, without having revised the notions of leisure. As soon as this precious motive of snobbery evaporates, the zest has gone out of education. If it is not going to mean more money, or more power over others, or a better social position, or at least a steady and respectable job, few people are going to take the trouble to acquire education. For deteriorate it as you may, education is still going to demand a good deal of drudgery, and the majority of people are incapable of enjoying leisure. That is, unemployment plus an income and a status of respectability, in any but pretty simple forms, such as balls propelled by hand, by foot, or by engines or tools of various types, in playing cards, or in watching dogs, horses, or other men engage in feats of speed or skill. The uneducated man with an empty mind, if he be free from financial anxiety or narrow limitation, and can obtain access to golf clubs, dance halls, etc., is, for all I can see, as well equipped to fill his leisure contentedly as is the educated man. From Modern Education and the Classics, 1932.